What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Today's episode is going to be brought to you by Mystery Ranch, built for the mission. And if you haven't been rocking the Mystery Ranch Fireline pack, well, that sucks to be you, dog. Yeah, I don't know if y'all know the story of Mystery Ranch and how it got into the fire game, but Dana Gleason, Uncle Dana, he went down to South Ops there, tied in with a couple of hotshot crews. And from there, they developed what you have on your back probably now. Yeah. Well, at least soon to be on your back. Well, you're probably driving to somewhere. But anyways, that's a whole kind of premise of how they got into the fire game. And they couldn't have done that without some feedback from you folks in the field. Why do they do this? Well, it's because they give a shit. In fact, they give a shit so much that they even have a professional workforce development grant program, scholarship program that is called the Backbone Series. So if you're looking to advance your career and start kicking more ass in the field with some continuing education, whether you want to get your EMT or get that S-class that your district's not going to pay for or something like that, and you want to kind of do it on your own, well, now's your opportunity. All you got to do is tell your story. So go over to www.mysteryranch.com and you can check out the Mystery Ranch Backbone Series. It is pretty badass. But here's the caveat to that. You got until the end of the month. You got until May 31st to get your poop in a group and submit your story, because that's when time is running out for this round of scholarships, Mystery Ranch Backbone Series scholarships. So TikTok, pitter patter, get your shit together and go apply, because if you don't apply, well, you don't get a chance to. So once again, that is www.mysteryranch.com. Go check it out. The Anchor Point Podcast is also going to be brought to you by our premier coffee sponsor, and that's going to be none other than Hot Shot Brewery. It's kick-ass coffee for a kick-ass cause, and a portion of the proceeds will always go back to the Wildland Firefighter Foundation. In fact, they're even hooking it up for June 3rd, the old Rip and Lips fishing tournament, the dumpster tuna fishing tournament. Sorry, Sam, I had to talk some crap. But yeah, it is a bass fishing tournament that's up in Prineville this year. And they've been doing it for I think 11 years now, maybe even more. And they raise a hell of a lot of money at this event for the Wildland Firefighter Foundation. Hotshot Brewery's involved with that. I'm involved with that. Lip and Lips is involved with the foundation. It's pretty cool. It's like kind of how like family is, like the fire family is. You just can't avoid it, even when you want to. Looking at you, Hotshot Brewery. But anyways, if you guys go over to www.hotshotbrewing.com, you can get all of your coffee making essentials, all the tools of the trade to get your morning started off right, and some kick-ass coffee for a kick-ass cause. And you can support the foundation and you can support Rip and Lips at the same time. So once again, go over to www.hotshotbrewing.com and check it out. The Anchor Point Podcast is also going to be brought to you by our buddy Booze over at the Ass Movement. If you don't know what the Ass Movement is, well, it is the finest in poo-bearing propaganda, and you can get yours over at www.thefirewild.com, where you can check out the Ass Movement, and it stands for the Anti-Surface Shitting Movement. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Check this out. Listeners to the Anchor Point Podcast can get 10% off their entire order site-wide by using the code AnchorPointAss10 at checkout. So get over there and get the finest in poo-bearing propaganda. You can get stickers, patches, t-shirts. You can even get a turd trowel if you have a problem pooper on your crew. It's pretty awesome. So once again, go over to www.thefirewild.com and check out the Ass Movement. Booze, thank you so much for joining me down there in Reno. Definitely a shout out to you, man. Definitely appreciate all the input in the presentation that you did. It was freaking awesome. Once again, buddy, thanks. And last but not least, the Anchor Point Podcast is going to be brought to you by, well, actually, no, it's not even really brought to you by. I just have a great relationship with Bethany over there at the Smoky Generation, aka the American Wildfire Experience, aka wildfireexperience.org. And it's awesome. You should definitely go over and check it out, because it is a history telling and storytelling project, all for the boots on the ground, by the boots on the ground. So if you want to check out some notes and some interesting stories from your peers in the field, or some of those folks that are still in the game, but have a story to tell from long, long times ago. Now, some of these stories go all the way back to the 1940s, and there's well over 100 of them. So if you want a little history lesson, a little trip down memory lane, or want to see what the Smoky Generation is all about, well, go over to wildfireexperience.org and check it out, because you can win one of these $500 grants to tell your story of wildland firefighting by submitting your story and your project to the Smoky Generation. So once again, www.wildfireexperience.org. Bethany, you have a kick-ass organization over there. Keep it up.
The views and opinions of this podcast do not reflect the views and opinions of the United States government, the Department of the Interior, the Department of Defense, the Department of Agriculture, the United States Forest Service, the Bureau of Land Management, National Park Service, the Bureau of Indian Affairs, or any private, municipal, county, or state firefighting organization, any law enforcement agency, any medical provider, or any contractor employed by any federal agency.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Anchor Point Podcast. I hope everybody is doing well. And to those crews up in Canada, hope you're faring well. You're probably on your way back by now, at least the first round of folks that went up there. So, yeah, when you get back, tell me how it was. Send me some photos or something. And hell, if you want to be on the show and kind of share your experience, even more power to you. But today's episode is going to be all about overcoming adversity. And also stressing the thought and the concept of, even though they may seem like they are probably the happiest motherfucker in the room when they walk in it, well, sometimes that's not always the case. And no matter how much of a cheery attitude that they put on or how lighthearted they seem to be, well, that may not always be the case. So we're going to talk about that. And we're also going to talk about overcoming adversity. The gentleman that I'm talking about, he lost his arm in a vehicle accident. And this is his story about overcoming adversity, overcoming his own demons, struggling with mental health, and how he came out on the other side, and how you should not be afraid to, one, reach out, and two, try new shit to address your own issues, your own mental health problems. He's definitely a huge supporter of finding new stuff, trying new tools to put into the toolbox, and just seeing what works for you. And this is his story. He's one of my favorite people in all of fire that I've met over the course of my years in the Bureau of Land Management and the Forest Service. And yeah, this dude's awesome. And I think that his story should resonate with a lot of folks out there. It's got a powerful message, and I hope that everybody gets something out of this. So without further ado, I would like to introduce my very good friend, Mr. Jay Walker. Welcome to the Anchor Point. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is another episode of the Anchor Point Podcast. And today on the show, I've got my good buddy and former coworker, former overhead of mine, Mr. Jay Walker. How's it going, buddy?
Doing good.
Doing good? It's good to see you, man.
Been a great week here with all the, Nevada firefighters at this, preseason meeting. So it's been good times.
Hell yeah, man.
Seeing lots of old friends, meeting new ones,
Hell yeah, dude. And it's cool because I'm out of the game now. I'm not fighting fire anymore, but it's cool to see it was cool that Brock and Vanessa reached out to me and had us come here and do our thing with booze, and it's been fun. But it's also been cool because Nevada BLM is where I cut my teeth firefighting. I started my career here. I worked for Ely Helitack, Vegas Helitack. I know Bridgeport Helitack is kind of like the redheaded stepchild, but I got to show my love for those guys too. Region 4.5, as we like to call it.
Little love for Eric,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then, worked with Elko and all the aviation community and engines, and working well with the shots and all that stuff, man. It's cool to see everybody, because I'm out of the game, but coming back here and seeing all my friends and people that are still in the game doing the good fight, it's cool. Folks like yourself, man.
Yes. And that's what it is. I think we do this. We used to do it every 2 years or whatever. And then, and that's why it's important to do this, because we get involved in fire season. We don't see each other. I mean, we can go, if we don't have something like this, we go years not seeing each other.
Oh yeah.
Unless I'm traveling or going to fires and we're seeing each other on fires.
See each other on the
So
line.
I think it's important to fucking bring everybody back, see the new faces, meet the new crews, meet the new people, but then fucking, hang out with the old school dudes.
Yeah.
And like we did last night, laugh and joke, and it's so cool.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
vibes.
Paul's retirement, dude. That was good stuff, man. It's good.
Really good.
Hell yeah, dude. So tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Tell us about your history, your firefighting career, all that stuff, man.
So I was born in Elko, raised in Wells, Nevada. Graduated in high school. Needed a job. Didn't know what I was going to do. I had plans to go to college and whatnot. And it was I just graduated, and this old mentor, badass dude, Jeff Burrell. He was the station manager, Foz, out of Wells. He was dating my cousin. And I say, hey, what's up, Shell? You know, what's up, Jeff? He's like, you need a job? I'm like, yeah, I do need a job. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, man. He's like, well, come out to that BLM station out there and I'll hook you up. I'm like, all right, that's cool. You know, I'm like,
back before the days of USA Jobs and shit, where it's like word of mouth, paper application.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I mean, dude, like I remember like the Yellowstone fires of '88 and stuff like that. It doesn't click. Ladder trucks and Dalmatians, that was my whole thought process for fucking fire guys, right? You know, the big green things that with BLM, I didn't even know what those were. I saw them all the time. I just never paid attention. And so I'm like, I knew where the BLM station was. Yeah. I had buddies that were on fence crews. I'm like, oh man, I'm going to go build a fence. You know, I love building fence. We're going to go build a fence. And then people that know me have heard this story many times. And so I show up Monday, and this gentleman, Mr. Mike Morey, older gentleman, he's great dude, man. And he's still working in Elko. And he's standing there, I'm like, what are you doing, Mike? What are you doing, Morey? He's like, well, I'm getting a job. I go, me too. I go, what do you think we're doing? He goes, I don't know. And I go, I think we're building fence. And so then Burrell shows up and he brings us his office. He's like, so you guys want to fight fire? I'm like, I guess we could do that. Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, let's do it, you know? So 3 days later, after doing the Cleveland package back in those days, you're a firefighter. Here you go. Like, look at these pants. Going, what these pants suck, man. Yeah. Green ass pants, yellow shirt, you know, all this. Like, I got to figure this stuff out. And then from there, you just, I loved it, you know, and then, you know, one story, you know, this is a good story too, is, so Burrell tells me there's always something to do on these engines. You if you're bored, there's always something you can do.
You got time to lean, you got time to clean kind of mentality.
Yeah, and we came from this thing where, okay, if I'm getting paid, I'm working. Mm-hmm. So I'm out there every day tinkering on this, you know, beat up, banged up international engine, you know, and I'm like taping stuff and I'm fixing shelves and, you know, I'm just going through like trying to figure this out. And every time I like hook up and there's nobody around. Not a soul. I'm like, God dang, where's everybody? You know, and it's a couple days I'm doing this, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, still, where's everybody? And of course I walk in, man. It's traditional, like waiting for a fire shit going on, man. TV's off, people are kicked back, dudes are taking naps. I'm like, what the hell, man? Like I've been out here slaving for days, you know. Just tinkering. And this is where you see, you know?
Yeah. Jeez,
just funny as hell. I'm like, well, hell, you know, it is what it is. But what really got me after that was we immediately, you know, went to Arizona for 21 days, and it was just epic. I was hooked ever since. Like, I'm in this engine, I'm with cool people. My first engine boss at the time was Jeff Armberger. And, you know, he had dreads down to here, you know. Yeah. And it was just like, these people are amazing. I ain't going to college. I'm doing this, you know. And I stuck around and I kept doing it. So that was my start of the engines, you know. And then I did that till, I want to say, I think my last year on the engines was in 2000. No, it would have been 99 or 2000. It would have been 2000 was my last season on the engines. And I was in the academy, Jack Academy 12.
And 66.
Yeah, damn, right? God damn. It's not because I'm old, dude. Like, they just started busting them out. It's
like they skip numbers, they rearrange numbers. Now it's not even like Academy 60, whatever. It's like foundation and then advanced and all this other stuff.
Oh, God.
It's changed, you know?
It has changed. And because I was in the academy, Joe Freeland was the FM at the time, and he wanted to bring an Alaskan-style shot crew to Nevada. Mm-hmm. You know, want to bring it. And at the time, they would house Jackson, Mississippi Hotshots. That was kind of our shot crew at the time. And now, but they wanted a shot crew in Elko. So there's this just dream of what this is going to be. And of course, I'm a Jackson. So like, you're going no matter what.
Yeah. You're voluntold.
Yeah, I'm voluntold. Okay. So now we got to get a soup. They hire a soup. And of course, I'm the first crew member of Ruby Mountain here. Like, and we're trying to figure this out. So Shane McDonald was the soup. And like, yeah, it's like, what do? You need a name, you need a symbol, you need, you know, so you're working.
You got to establish your traditions, your stuff, everything. You got to
figure this out. Like, what's the name going to be, you know? And then, you know, all of a sudden Ruby Mountain is born once the name is spoken. You know, the t-shirts, the hats started coming in because we had to order all this shit.
Yeah, you're starting fresh.
22 packs, sleeping bags, blah, 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 banging it out. And they're like, and then later they're funny to me all the time. They treat me so good. I'm so lucky in my career, by the way, because I've had these opportunities,
these experiences.
Yeah. And they go, well, you need to go, like, we're going to put you on a shot crew. So they bust me over to like Jackson, Mississippi, man. So there I am, man, in February.
Training up.
Jackson Hotshots, doing 2-week criticals, and just, what the hell, man? I'm in Mississippi, and it was amazing. And came back, and then all of a sudden this idea, this thing just started to come together, man. We had guys from Vail, Chena, Midnight Suns. Like, we had like all these shots coming from over to build this.
It was like reputable shots on a throw together crew to like
build it up.
Yeah.
Build it up. And then and local guys coming on, and they didn't know what the hell they were getting into. Obviously, didn't last, but they went, what? Like, I'm never doing this.
That's an eye-opening experience, man.
I was sold. I loved it. I loved every day of it. And the days of gritting, the days of mop up, the days whatever, the isolation, the quiet, was so just
the cool shit you get to see, like untouched by humanity.
By humanity. And so I shot until 2008. From 2001 to 2008, I was on Ruby, and it was awesome. I don't know. I dug it all. It was just like, it's great. I mean, I did some funny shit all the time, too. Like, I would literally pack oranges and limes in my pack for fucking 5 or 6 days on a spike out, just so I could sit there on day 6 and pull it out and go, just start eating it, when everybody's been.
You get like a super green orange. It's like, it's going to ripen in your pack. Like one of those numbers.
Just so everybody's like eating MREs for like, rats for like 6-7 days. I'm like pulling out a Slim Jim and I'm pulling this shit out my face, just randomly eating a lime, It's just blowing minds away. I was like, oh yeah, you didn't get one of these this morning at breakfast? Kind of shit.
Yeah.
Just such good times. And the whole time I was on Ruby. And then, and then eventually I was like, family, I had kids, and it was like, God, I got to be home more often. I got to start being home more often. So I call Juan. I'm like, dude, I want to come over, man. I want to
come over to Helitack.
Yeah, they made some magic happen. They just ladder me over into like the 3rd squad boss position from Ruby,
Yeah.
And then it was just awesome, man. We had busy seasons in Elko, and Elko rips, man, and it was great.
Oh yeah.
And then then eventually Juan bounced from the crew, and he went down south to Ely, and I was ready to like move on and try something different. So I was like, boom, I'll go to Ely, because Ely had a huge ESR program. And I was like, God, I dug that. And I was like, I can help this program out by coming down. And so I bounced to Ely, and my whole thing was like, I want to move to Caliente. I'm sick of Wells weather. I'm sick of the cold. I mean, that was the whole discussion. Is like, I'm doing this so I can live warmer.
Yeah.
I'm tired of stuff.
Caliente, it's Spanish for hot. And I swear to God, Caliente makes Vegas look like a fucking winter wonderland sometimes, dude. It's like 118 because it's all in that box canyon, right? It's like that canyon, right?
Yeah, totally.
Just holds heat. Like, I don't know. It's like you got a space heater on constantly.
Yeah.
But it's pretty though, man.
It's
pretty down there.
Gorgeous down there, man. And so for 5 years I tried to sell my house in Wells, and no takers. And then just like a couple of years ago, we finally sold it and moved to Caliente proper.
Nice, man.
So and then all of a sudden you just from squatty to assistant to like trying to run this crew today.
Because you had the torch passed, so to speak. So Juan, he's not the superintendent for anymore on Ely Helitack, from my understanding. It's you, right? No. Yeah. So because when I was working for you in, what was that, 17?
I think it might have been
2017. Yeah. It was Juan was in there. Juan was there. He's the soup, and then you got you, and then you got Keo, all the folks there. Man, this shit was fun, dude. I had a good time over there. Yeah, doing I-80 hot laps all season, dude. it's wild.
Yes, and that was such a good overhead. You had Keo, you had Kevin.
Kev, yep.
Yeah, and then Juan was there. I think Levi might have left, or was Levi still there?
That was his last year, I think.
It was last year. And I mean, just a rock star of a group of dudes, you know, and too bad it was short lived, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, people got to go their own way, you know, they got to do their own thing. But yeah, that's kind of the history of the Walker, you know. I mean,
known from all around the state.
Yeah, you know, very, very, you know, fast, because I mean, geez, you can go into detail and the stories I have, you know,
everywhere and in between, all the funny shit that's happened over the years, dude.
Yeah.
You got some bitchin' stories, man, and that's always fun thing about hanging out with you is like you got like these fucking stories that are just larger than life. And here it is in this last day of the conference. It's like 9 a.m. right now. We're just bullshitting. And we've been here for what, 2 hours? And we've just been sitting here bullshitting, dude. It's telling stories.
Like, here's another one for you. You're like, hold on, man. Let me get the camera rolling. Let me get save that one. All right. We're going to hear this one, man. The people need to hear this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a crazy world. It's a crazy life. And you know, there even though it's these adventures I have and the things I've done, I am blessed to have done more and fought fire in the craziest, wildest places. You know, I mean, there's a lot of us that do this all the time and you know, make it your life. But I mean, I'm one that can say like, God, I've been to Texas so many goddamn times fighting fire. Like, you know what I mean? No, and there's dudes that have never been to Texas and have fought fire their whole careers.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, I don't know, 30 times, 40 times, you know, all around. Like I've done the whole perimeter of Texas, you know?
Yeah, you've been doing like, well, you've been to Florida, you've been to AK, you've been all over the place, man. Mississippi, dude.
Dakotas. I mean, everything out here from the top of California to the south of California, to all over New Mexico, Arizona, Oregon, Washington. Yeah, just blessed. And I tell you, I don't know. I think a lot of it is I've never turned anything down. Like,
you're open to like new shit, like open to like receptive to new assignments or like being outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah. Anytime someone said, you want to go here? I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I'd go and they're like, wow, man, like I had to do this. I had to make the best of it and meet the coolest people. And, you know, it was just awesome from the southern tip of Florida to the northern part of Florida. You know, you're like such adventures, such good people. And that's the thing is people I've met along this way. They're still my friends. They're still my brothers. I still talk to them, you know, today. You know, it's crazy.
Fire's a small world, man. And it's cool. Like you were saying earlier, man, it's like, it's cool to see like everybody at the preseason meeting, you know? And like I said, I'm well removed from the game, but it's cool to see everybody preseason chumming it up, being happy, shooting the shit, telling stories, getting some education under the belt. And it's cool that like the program, it's a state program, right? So they're bringing outside professionals, like somebody who, like Brent Ruby's there. We got Paul from, he's doing the human performance thing with sleep studies and stuff like that, dude. And it's just cool, man. And it's cool to see that. And I hate using this word too. And I've said this a million times over the other couple of episodes that you've probably seen by now, but I hate using the word progressive because like depending on what flavor of politics you like to taste, that progressive word can be like a bad word. And it's, you know, no matter red, blue, left, right, doesn't matter. Progressive is kind of like a touchy subject, but in the true sense of its word, like I do want to say that the BLM in Nevada is like pushing boundaries and is progressive in its truest sense, like taking care of people, doing good stuff and like moving and advancing that goal, you know, or that ball down the goal line. Yeah. So it's cool to see though, man. It's changed a lot since I've been in the game, but I cut my teeth here. So I got to like come back and pay it forward to some degree and like record my homies like you and talk to the crews and the engine folks and the aviation geeks and all this stuff, man. And it's cool. And I feel very blessed as well with the experiences that I've had with not only you, but the whole program in general, man. It's wonderful. So I'm happy and thankful to be here, dude.
Yeah. Likewise. I mean, the people can hear my voice all raspy because I did a lot of talking. Oh, dude, a lot of laughing, a lot of shit talking.
A lot of storytelling, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, yeah. Anyone knows me like, oh, man, yeah, you had a good week. Your voice is gone.
My voice is like, it's starting to go too. And it's like, I've been sitting in this room and like, shit, I probably put 8-10 hours of solid recording under my belt. And then I did that 4 hours like seminar, right?
Oh yeah,
dude. I think everybody's wearing it by now.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
totally. I'm still stoked. I'm still flying high. I'm still happy, man. I saw the Mucka boys leaving earlier, and it was, no, it was good. But the one thing is like one of these things I realize is like when you're drinking and having beers with, the state FMO, you volunteer for a lot of shit. And you saw it.
Oh yeah.
You hands down
dude,
right there.
Oh yeah.
Walker, you need to do this. Okay. You want to run a relay marathon? Okay, I'm in. Next thing you know, it's happening,
Next thing you know, you're signed up for the RTO. It's like, what?
Yeah, I just signed up with the RTO. I don't even know what it is, but you heard him.
The Reno Tahoe Open, man.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm in it.
It's a no shit race, dude. You better start training now, dog.
Oh yeah, man. Oh God, they were telling me about it. Like, I'm like, oh shit.
What did I just get myself into?
I'm still in. Still doing it. I'm like, damn it.
That's a cool thing though. It's like, dude, all right, through all my experiences and like knowing you and like throughout the years, and what's cool about you, dude, is like no matter what turd sandwich of an assignment that we've been fed, or what shitty weather that we're grounded from in the ship, or like what fucking adversity the crews face or you personally face or any of that shit, dude, you always have this like unique ability to get motherfuckers to laugh. And you always have this ability to like, even when like shit's not good and obviously not good, you always have this ability to like lift everyone around you, man. And it's like radiant, dude. I fucking love that about you. And that's why I want to have you on the show today, dude. It's cool, man. It's inspiring. Yeah.
I get told that a lot, but you just do. You love this job and you love what you do and you love your people. You're not, you know what I mean? I don't know. I've always been high spirited about this career and what it is. And I see my boys hurting, or I see somebody miserable. I see somebody not happy. And it's like, okay, I'm going to reach out to this guy. We're going to fucking, I used to pack Slim Jims by the thousands in my cargo pants because I would find, I'd find this one guy having a bad day on the crew, just like, hey man, I have a Slim Jim, dude. We're eating rats. And then they're like, oh my God, thank you.
Oh my God, this is kind of real food, man.
I gotta think, oh my God, where do you keep all these? I mean, that was it. Everyone knows my pack's like 50 pounds all the time.
That's the funny thing though, is like you're carrying that extra load to share it with other people though. That's the stuff that like people like fuck the haters, like, oh, where's your pack 50 pounds? Like everybody listening to this outside on the audio version of looking at this on YouTube or whatever. It's like, no, he's carrying that extra load to give it to his homies and the dude that, or the girl that's having a shitty day, or like the guy that's going through a fucking divorce or a breakup, or lost his ass betting on black when he should have bet red. It's like, that's cool shit, man. And I think more people need to like take a little bit of that from you and apply it to like their folks, their circles, Yeah,
a lot of it's just random shit that that I needed one time, but I got it in there for the next time.
What's that saying? It's like guns and condoms. You don't need them all the time, but when you do need one, you definitely need it.
Exactly. You really got like a hose clamp in your pack? I'm like, oh yeah, I got one here. What size you want?
It's funny, man. It's like the little things, it's the little things in life that makes it funny, or it makes it memorable, or like, even when it's shitty, it makes it that much more enjoyable. And it's like, you just got to keep like paying it forward and like just being like the light at the end, not the light at the end of the tunnel, but that sounds dark, right? But like being like the beacon of hope, man. Yeah, that's good shit, dude.
Sometimes it's a fucking miserable fucking job, and I don't know. I just endured it. I loved it, and I never felt miserable. I never felt like I needed a bail. I think that's what kept me going out there for these different experiences and doing things, and I don't know. I mean, and then it turns bad after a while. Then you're gone way too much from home.
Yeah, it's like too much.
And it's all you know. It's all you're gonna know is you fire, go. And then you lose grip of everything around you, and then
it becomes like your identity almost.
And then it closes in on you, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, like
shit's real, too real,
really too real. But today, man, I'm way high spirited, way, loving it, living life. It's been, I've had a rough struggle last couple of years. Anyone knows what's been going on. It's been tough.
Yeah.
And now I'm on this whole nother level where I'm trying to inspire, like, yo, man, like I was, rock fucking bottom, man. And now, and today I'm like, hell no, man. I see my people, I see my friends. God, I'm happy to be here.
Okay, dude. So, I mean, if you want to talk about it, dude, let's if you're comfortable with it, man,
yes,
let's talk about what fucking happened. Because, dude, like when I heard about it, I was like, oh, what the fuck, man? Like, it's like there's that like questions like, why does horrible shit sometimes happen to good people, right?
Yeah.
It fucking sucks, dude. But it's like a part of being alive, right?
Yeah.
It could happen to anybody. It happened to you, man. But
yeah,
like you've been eating. Do you want to talk about fucking turd sandwich, dude? Like you fucking ate a Big Mac turd sandwich, extra large side of bullshit fries with a fucking liter of fuck my life, right?
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it, dude, is like, yeah, you struggled and everything like that, but that positivity, that indomitable will and spirit and fucking finding joy, that is like helps you persevere, man.
It does. And it's your community, man. It's your bros. I mean, I kind of was, I'll take it back, probably 3-4 years ago, I started feeling, just pressure and busy and overwhelmed work. And it kind of filtered out to the house, and I didn't know.
Started affecting the home life.
Yeah. I was mean and I didn't know how mean I was. It was home, but I wasn't home. I was just
like lights were on, but no one was there.
Yeah,
kind of autopilot.
Very, very, short fused, where I should have been like people, your family, your kids are excited to see you.
Yeah.
And then they're wishing you go the fuck away.
Yeah.
After 2 days, like get the hell
when
out
you're going on to another side.
Yeah, when you're getting out of here. And
I
didn't realize that how much I was getting, messed up like that. And then all of a sudden, boom, I lose my hand.
Yeah.
Hand's gone. And I didn't even like really feel the grief or anything, because there was so many people, you reached out to me. All my friends were reaching out to me. Sad thing was,
why that shit happened, right? Though.
Yeah.
Because you've been always that person to reach out to them. So I hate to say it, but I don't take this as a shitty like comment or anything like that. But it was like your turn to like receive, it's like that love that you've given everybody,
God, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't even like grieving, sad, nothing, because all the jokes, come on, fire dudes, fucking, hey Walker, man, we heard you need a hand, like immediately, like
it's that fucking dark humor, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, what's up, RoboCop?
Just, plus I'm high, because I'm on morphine and everything else they're giving me, but it was never a dull moment. When COVID was there, so I was only allowed one visitor a day.
Yeah, and it's extra shitty because you're like isolated even more, right?
Yeah, my mom, my dad, my wife, my kids are all in a parking lot taking turns to see how I'm doing. Eventually, it was just like, you guys go home. I'm gonna be okay. I'll be out of here in like 3 or 4 days. Trust me. People are FaceTiming me, calling me from bars. Just amazing. I never got off the phone once the whole time. And I'm getting sponge baths, and I'm talking,
That's funny, man.
I'm talking and, I'm like, you know what I'm doing right now?
The nurse is giving me a sponge bath right now.
Oh my God. Yeah. And, so no, it was pretty amazing. And I did have one cousin that works for military, and he was there every day. And he loved it because his wife never, if he hears this, I'm plugging him. But Willie didn't get to eat out a whole lot.
Yeah.
But while he was seeing me, he was going to Red Iguana. He was getting me tacos. He was eating out the most of his whole entire life.
So he's just like, it's like fringe benefits, right?
Oh yeah. He was buying food all the time, man, just living it, loving it, having a great time there. And so when I got out of that, I was just, I guess, like, and you see your people, you want to be there for your people. But then there's also that dark spot where you're on a fence with it, man. You could get really dark with it. You start thinking into that, what the fuck, I'm never going to play guitar again. I'm never going to do this again. Every day is going to be a fucking struggle.
Am I going to be able to like continue fighting fire and all this shit that makes you who you are, right?
Yeah. What am I going to fucking do? And then a homie calls you, starts talking shit. Okay, I'm back over. I'm good. I'm out of that,
Yeah. Pulls you out of that, like that fucking black hole of like Yeah, bad place, man.
That bad fucking place. And so I never really grieved over that, and then it just kind of escalated more and more when I was alone by myself. Like, holy shit, fuck, man, I'm struggling with my zipper. I'm struggling with, and I build things that you mechanic stuff. You work with magnets. You figure how to do all these little things simpler.
All the shit.
All my gadgets. Yeah. You start drinking out gadgets and tying P cord, all kinds of shit so you can hook it. But yeah, and it was just like, holy shit. And then the move, we were moving, we actually sold our house and was moving back, and that was stressful as hell, so it's building. And so, your relationship just is going down the tube. You don't see it. You don't know what's happening, and then, there's just this, we can't find people to work. So everybody's quitting the crew. It's me and Juan, and we're like, we got no management. We got nobody. And I'm like, I'm going to call Gladys, because I heard Gladys was like, he was thinking getting out of fire, blah, blah, blah. And I call him up. I'm like, yo, man, I need you like right now. I need a squad boss right now. I go, Juan's bouncing out. I need you on the crew, man. Like, I need you to help me run this shit, And he's like, well, dude, I don't know if I can pass my medical. I go, bullshit. I go, they passed me and I'm missing a hand. Good point. Right, I'm good.
I bet he just laughed his ass off when he heard that shit. He's like, you can't help but chuckle, man. Yeah. I can see that comment. I can visualize you and Gladys, dude, just like laughing your asses off. And that look that fucking Gladys had when he's like thinking about something. He's like, yeah.
Okay, I'm in. Okay, go get your ass here. We're going. So man, we had a good fire season. It was busy as hell that year, and the winter, I'm checking on him, man, and he's all good all winter long, and he's getting ready to start back up again, and he's like, yeah, I want to go out to Florida. I just want to be a Heckham, do this thing. And I'm like, oh yeah, cool, man. And I was kind of busy, and he's like, but I need a ride. And this is Gladys style, I need a ride to Vegas. Just drop me off on the outskirts, dude. I'll Uber to the airport. I'm just going to sleep there. I'm like, you ain't doing that. Yeah. Come on, really? And he goes, yeah, I'll just sleep at the airport. Just get me to the outskirts. Yeah. And I was busy, and I was like, God damn it, I got to get Gladys there. What am I going to do? I'm trying to new house, trying to fix things. I'm like, fuck it, I'll take it. And then I was like, wait a minute. So my brother's going to a Megadeth concert. He's coming through. I call him and go, dude, can you pick up Gladys and just take him with you for the night and take him to the concert? You'll
have a good time.
And Gladys is not a Megadeth fan, by the way.
I bet he still had fun though.
Oh God, he did. Megadeth, Lamb of God, not Gladys's fucking.
It's not his vibe. 100% not his vibe. But
so, yes,
he's gonna make the best out of the situation. Anyway, that's Gladys, dude.
Yes, he's got a hotel room. He's gonna hang out with somebody for the night, fly out, red eye in the morning, And so they take him, man, and he gets to Florida after this night, and he's like, best send off ever. Like, oh my God.
He's just pumped.
Yeah, thank you so much for your family was great. I met your cousins, your brother, and and they partied, man. We partied and went to this oh my God, I love metal now. Amazed.
Yeah.
And so he comes back. And, and we were like, oh, I give him take as much time as you want. Nothing's going on, dude. And then that's when, we were helping out with the type 1 at the time. And Juan had been up there on that type 1 and needed swapped out. I needed to stay back because the crew was about ready to start. And I was like, Gladys, you want to just when you get back, just go, swap him out. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, no problem. I go, it's 5 days or it's 14. Yeah. As soon as your relief comes, you're gone. Maybe you can stay 14 if you want to do it. I got the crew. We're good. And and we sent him, and then and of course the unfortunate thing that happened to him, which was just crazy because it was like with all that shit I had going on here. Now I got this. I was a monster. Yeah. Raging monster, and didn't know. And I was, I just was somebody else, and I couldn't filter anything at all. I think I was if I had to look at myself, then I think I was not happy. I think I was just mean. and stressed and just didn't know what I was doing. And so like, cause I had to do this myself. Now I don't have Gladys. Juan's the UAM, he's there. Juan's every day with me, relieving me days off, whatever. And it was just go. And
it's like everything all at once, man.
All at once. Yeah. And then
and fucking Gladys is your homie, dude. I mean, you can't not love that dude.
No.
And then this happens, dude. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to like say it on the podcast, but yeah, we had a moment last night. We were talking about it. And
yeah.
And the folks that do know Gladys, they know exactly what we're talking about, man. Mm-hmm. He's one of the fucking shining examples of like compassion and who it is that like someone to lift you up, and you are that too. And I know you guys were homies, man. And that fucking hurt everybody, dude.
Oh yeah, it was devastating. And when we found out and everybody found out, it was like phone call. And I'm just sitting there going, appreciating the love that's coming. What do you need? What do you need help with? We're there, But in one sense, I'm still like fucking stunned.
Battling your own demons just on top of it too.
Fucking stunned. And I'm like, oh my God, I got these new kids. I got these crew members, and it's day one. It's day two. And I'm like, I haven't even told the crew yet. The crew doesn't even know what has happened to this crew at this moment. And they're just, on, the chase truck, fixing this, doing that, getting their gear ready, doing weights. And then I was just like, oh shit. It was a crazy tough moment to circle everybody up and have to break this to people. It's like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
What is going on in this life? Like, I never thought I'd ever have to do that. And then it was just run, gun. After that, trying to do more with less.
Yeah.
And at home, man, it was destroyed. I don't know what had happened. It was me. I know I fucked up big time. Who knows, man? But we're in Oregon, and I'm just trying to finish the end of the season off, man. Phone call. Boom. Wife wants to, punch me off like a blivet. I'm like,
just pickle that fucking that load. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just like, holy shit. So the whole winter, and it's been rough. Winter's been rough. We're trying, working on it. And I just had this moment, man. Like, I don't know, it was around January, and I was in this right there, gun in the goddamn nightstand, over it all. And I probably talked to you a little bit about this. I've been talking about it all week, actually. Like,
you're probably sick of telling this fucking story by now.
I don't know.
I'm kidding, dude.
I love it because because where I'm at today.
Yeah.
And at this moment, I've been talking to Macquarie, and he's doing bro chucks on Dog It, and because Dog is going through some shit, and Ian's going through some shit. We're all dealing with like this loss and this and that, and I was sitting there like, God damn, I'm a fucking country song, man. Like, I lost my hand, my dog, my house.
My wife left me. All I'm missing is like the fucking truck and a beat up dirt road.
And I had that. Yeah, that's where I was living in,
You had it all. You read a country song.
Living in the banged up fucking truck, man. And I had to talk with my wife, and I'm like, I go, I'm fucked up. I can't do this on my own anymore. I have to reach out. I have to get help. And that's when I turned it. I mean, I was already like working out, but the working out was just, I felt better running. I felt better just running, abusing myself as much as possible to just take all this shit out, and this is pretty funny too. I was just stressing all this, the anger or whatever. I clenched my jaws. So I already learned how to breathe through my nose, I was already doing it. Like, I was like, oh my God, I do that anyways. That guy was talking about that. I was like, that's what I do now. I don't ever breathe out my mouth anymore because I'm always like, tense.
Yeah.
But now I know it's a good thing. And anyways, so I was like, fuck, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I called Dr. Steve immediately that morning. I go, man, I texted him. I'm like, yo, you need to get back to me, man. Like, this is where I'm at. And long talk, love him to death. And and he gave me some great advice, and he all I needed to do was just let all this bullshit building out, and it felt good and it felt better. And then I was like, okay, you gave me some tools, man. You gave me some idea. And then I was like, okay, now I'm good. I think I got this, And then I reached out to my friend Callie. And Callie, you worked with Callie.
We worked together. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the group. Yeah. On Ely. Yeah.
So she's yoga instructor. And I'm just like, Callie, this is where I'm at. This is what's going on, man. What you got for me? She's like, come to the house. Boom. Next thing you know, man, I'm getting all this paperwork, and her cousin lives with her, and she's an EMS, first responder, firefighter, therapist.
Mm-hmm.
So so I got a team,
Fucking Caliente of all places.
Yes,
all places. Like Caliente, it's a beautiful place, but town of maybe 300 people?
Yeah, maybe 1,000, on the outskirts,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's like, probably about 1,000 there, but yeah, it's tiny.
It's tiny.
Very tiny. And I got Callie there, and she's and a team, and now they went to work on me like, okay, now they're doing this. Okay, what are you feeling here? I'm doing this. I'm like, okay, now I need to buy into this, because and that's where I was. Like, anything, anyhow, I don't care. Give me something that might help me.
Yeah, because
I have nothing, and that's where I was at.
Well, it's like the woo-woo shit that we tend to, as firefighters, a culture in a whole, like the woo-woo, I'm using that air quotes, but like the massage therapy, the energy work, the meditation, all that stuff, we kind of pass it off, it's not socially or culturally a thing that's widely accepted, but it's growing. But that's the thing, though, is you were receptive to it because you're just looking for anything out there now, anything that could help.
What can you give me? What can someone give me to take this off of me? Take any of this off me. Get the
get your fucking head right.
Yeah, the demons, they say, but it's like, holy shit, man, I got monsters. I got big ones, and they're fucking real, and they're gonna bite, and they're gonna claw, and they're fucking at my fucking door all day, every day.
Yeah, we're not talking about the monster under your bed. We're talking about fucking Cthulhu. Yeah,
I'm talking like this is fucking real, and I don't know what I can do. I don't know. I'm alone. I'm lost. My boys are out here. My friends are out here. They're calling me, checking me.
Yeah.
And so Callie, man, my savior, man, little angel right there, dude. She fucking boom, went to work, had me. I got rocks. I got crystals
and shit.
Yeah, I'm doing sound baths. They're chiming me, and I just took it in. I was like, no, I'm taking this for everything this is worth right here, right now. Yeah. I'm your guinea pig, Callie. You just fucking
you go nuts.
You go nuts with me, and then holy shit, man! First session, I wanted to just pull my truck over and take a nap. I was like, oh my god, And then but it was a crazy, part of that. I mean, there's a lot more to it, doing yoga with her and all this other stuff. I was like, what did I become? I was.
This is the knowing you over the years. Dude, this is the last goddamn thing on the planet that I would ever see you doing, assumption wise. But it works for you, man.
It works, and it's one thing that I want to tell everybody all the time is holy fuck, you wouldn't believe how bad I was. There's a smile on my face, but I'm screaming on the inside constantly.
Practically fucking screaming. Dead inside, man. Yeah,
just and then. Just doing this stuff and these little tools that she showed me, and I took it for everything it was worth. And all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, I'm feeling good here. I'm doing my breathing, man. I'm doing square breathings. I'm trying to meditate, and I'm learning that. But, and then holy shit, you just one day, man, a light came on, and I was like, holy fuck, I'm here for all of you. And now I figured out a way to feel better when that fucking knot's here in your fucking stomach, and you're here and you're thinking about all the fucking bad shit, and the unknown, and not knowing and not having closure on anything. You just learn to take that, endure it, grab it, and I was telling the boys last night, and then you don't know until you're there, I guess, until you know what I'm talking about. But you're pushing it out. If you're standing up, you're pushing it through your feet. You just grab it, and you're doing that in your head, and releasing this shit through this fucking chair out your ass. Boom.
Yeah.
And you're doing that, and you're breathing, and all of a sudden oh my God, I'm back again.
Yeah.
And the more and more you do this, the less and less you have to do it.
Yeah. The better you get at it, right?
Yeah, you better get it.
The more efficient. It's like PT, man. We run our asses off for a reason, build cardiovascular strength, right? We hike our asses off so we can get better at hiking. We lift weights to maintain strength. Yeah. It's no fucking different when you're doing it with either the demons inside you or the breathing exercises or practicing meditation. It's a whole body thing, dude, because you can't have one without the other, right? Yeah. If one of those, like if the psychological, the mental health, the physical health, the social health, the financial health, all those shit, all that health shit that we're talking about, it's all interconnected because if one falls, the rest will.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you were there.
And you're there. And you just got too much. But it was crazy. And you know, just these little tricks and things like, I mean, I do my finger thing like this and it helps. Yeah. Would you believe in it? You do it. And so this whole week, man, I just been telling my story here, like, dude, I am good today. Today I got this, you know, I'm going to be here for everybody. And it's like looking at that room when, you know, and I was telling a few people, I was like, goddamn, I don't want to do what Gladys did to me, to you, anybody fucking here. I cannot do that. Even though it's, you know, you're just like hell with it. You know, this would be so easy. Yeah. You know, but no, so there it is, man. That's some crazy shit, huh?
That's heavy, man. But it's true though, because like how many people have we known that have like succumbed to their own darkness, man? Like good friends of ours, dude. Yeah. Gladys, fucking Pete, my fucking boy Ian, dude. Yeah. Poe, like
it's too much, you know. And
but it's sad though, because like I don't know what it is, man. It's not like we don't have the tools available. I don't know if it's a social construct. I don't know if it's a cultural construct. I don't know what the fuck it is, but goddamn, man, is it so prevalent?
Yeah. And then, you know, thinking about it a lot of the time is like, you never know. Like you could look at me and I'm going to work with a smile on my fucking face every day. And I'm doing it. Man. But then I'm that scene in, you know, Lethal Weapon, you know, every fucking day I got to find a reason to be here, you know? And so, when you're at that spot, you're like, holy shit. And people are like, well, how do we stop this? How do we keep it going? How we not? It's like, I don't know if you can. It has to be the individual. The individual have to, you know, drown and has to swim for that fucking shore.
Yeah. But it's hard to come up from air when you're already drowning, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm telling them right now, it's like, if you want to do this, if you're going to fucking check out, you know, when you're checking out, you know, nobody's going to, like, you already know when you're going to do it, what you're going to do, whatever. I mean, you're already thinking that shit. That's when you're far beyond gone. And you're like, holy shit, you know, and I'm there. Like I'm there. You're like, everyone's talking mental wellness and this and that. I'm already in my brain have committed when I'm going to do this and I want to do this, you know, and that's fucking scary.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, well, how do you pull out of that? You got to do it yourself, man. You got to find that reason to live. And for me, it was looking at my family, my fire family, my bros, is where I was like, okay, fuck this. What are you thinking? Why are you thinking this? You know? And fucking heavy.
That is some of the most profound shit I've ever heard in my entire fucking life.
Oh, whatever.
No, I'm fucking serious, dude, because this is why it's so important to have this topic. And this is why I have the utmost fucking respect for you, dude, is because you have the courage to fucking tell your story, man. Yeah. And I don't give a fuck what or who or how it helps somebody, but as long as it helps one motherfucker out there, dude.
Exactly.
I miss Gladys. I miss Ian, dude. I don't want to see this shit keep happening, dude. No. It fucking hurts me, dude.
Yeah. And that's why I needed.
And you were there, dude. You were there.
Yeah. That's why I got to tell this story. Like, holy shit, I was there. You know, gun in the fucking nightstand, you know, and so it's like, okay, now I'm here. I'm good. I'm fucking awesome now. But you know, you hear my words, you hear what I'm saying, like, God damn, you can get out of this. You can fucking pull out of this. Because a lot of people that are thinking of this are almost committed to it already. Yep. And no, there's ways, there's things. You just got to reach out and you got to talk and be open. And, oh, I mean, like the way I look at it sometimes is like, man, we're sitting there with like a Coke bottle, man, and it's been shuck in it, and you're just cracking that lid, but there's so much of that pressure in there,
It can't escape fast enough. Yeah.
And then you're releasing that on the people you love and being an asshole and pissing people off, and you're being mean and you're being angry and you're saying things you don't mean, and you know what I mean? But now I found out like, okay, now I figured this out. Now it's this is good, because now that I figured like how to like fix myself with stress and in my anxiety and shit, right? Now if I get like administrative shit or like my concur, my times, my all this other bullshit,
the administrative bullshit that we all hate doing,
that we stress out about. Oh, I do this, and then I just don't do it. Like shit I'm supposed to be doing now. Like, oh my God, one of my bosses are watching this or listening to this. Yeah. Did you do this? Nope. It does have its downside.
It does.
Where you like, okay, stressing I get my times in. Oh my God, like when I'd be like wigging out, get my credit card statement done, do this. I'll be like, would be stressing about it and like, I gotta get done. God damn it. Someone's gonna yell at me,
Yeah, but you get fucking done.
Yeah.
It's like, why is that? It's the little things, right?
Yeah.
Like, how insignificant is doing your times? Yeah, I want to get fucking paid, but you and I know how to time codes, and with the BLM, it's kind of a bitch to do time codes, right?
Yeah.
You have to type in like a fucking 32-digit number with like hours and
digit.
all. Dude. And then if you like, this hour was charged to that fire and so on and so forth, right? Yeah. It's a pain in the ass, but you know what, man? Like, as much as you and I have done times, especially you, because you've been in the game way longer than I have, you're probably pretty fucking quick at it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But still, like, it has to be done, but why stress yourself out about like something in the grand scheme of things? Like, you know you're going to get it done. You can get it done. It's not like it's beyond your abilities to get it done.
Yeah.
And if you fuck up, well, someone's going to catch it and they're like, oh shit, I'm sorry. It's like, why stress out about that kind of shit? It's so like insignificant to the bigger picture.
It is. It is. And yeah, the times are the administrative shit, the paperwork, all these things that the bullshit that we have to do. We a lot of us do stress a little bit, or if not a lot, on getting that done or worrying about it. And then, like I said, like this is me now. I'm like, okay, man, that shit, I'm just not gonna do it today. I told him last night. I was like, you watch Office Space? That movie Office Space? Like, yeah. They go, I'm just not gonna come in today. What are you gonna do? I don't know. I think I'm gonna do nothing.
I think I'm gonna sit on the couch and watch TV and drink a beer.
Yeah, it's the only character I can familiarize at this point where I'm at. Like, nah, you want to watch Kung Fu? So it's, but hell, man, I'm in a good spot. I'm in a good place. And like I said, I got volunteered for a bunch of stuff this week to do. And I'm excited about it. This show for you, big time, just talk about how I feel, where I'm at. And if someone's hearing this and listening to this, like, yo, man, if you're there, you can get out of this. You're going to be fine, but you got to do steps. You got to put work in. You got to hit the grind. And then slowly you'll find some.
It's a fucking fight, though.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been a fight for you, and it still is a fight for you too.
It still is a fight. Yeah.
It's not like, okay, I went to therapy, I'm all better, done.
No,
cool, I'm all good.
No, it's I'm still. I gotta work on it every day. I gotta do it every day. And and just keep it going. If I start feeling down, I start feeling this, I go bust out some miles. Or I start doing my meditation. I start doing my my little shit, my little things that I do, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good now.
It's just like, it's those little tools, right? And I think that's one of the overlooked things about therapy, and like probably a misconception about like clinicians and therapy and like the massage and like the energy work and all the woo woo shit and all the other professional stuff that's in like a medical context. It all works together, but it's also a practice. It's just. A lot of people think that if you go to a therapist or you seek this help out, that it's going to be a fix, like they are going to fix you.
Yeah.
And that is not the case, man. It's up to you, the individual. And you said it right there, dude. You even confirmed it, man.
Yeah.
But it's when you go to these people, it's like going to fucking Home Depot, right?
Yeah.
I need this sheet of plywood. Oh, fuck. You already home? You unload the plywood? I forgot screws. I got to go get screws. Okay. That's not the right screw. So you're finding those different like tools to put in your toolbox to complete the job and build yourself strong. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's up to you at the end.
And the way it is too, is you're talking to somebody and you're letting it all go to them. And then they're going, well, okay, this is what you can start on here. This is what you can do here. This is what you should do here. And it's like, okay, I'm doing that. Okay, now I'm doing this. And now I'm going to ask this person for help. I'm going to ask that person for help. And then all of a sudden, like, okay, now I got some tools and, and I'm going to try this. I'm going to put the meditation, Apple Music got the meditation thing, I'm going to put that on the white noise. And when I go to sleep at night,
That shit helps, dude.
Yeah.
The white noise. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I was telling Vanessa about it. I'm like, I got my rocks, man. I got this rock here. This one helps me sleep. So I got this one. She's all, I got rocks too. She goes, did you got them outside right now?
Charge them up in the full moon, dude.
Yeah, full moon, dude. Yes.
I know what's up, dude. I know what's up.
I'm like, yeah, I do. I actually have them charging.
But that's the thing is like, I know there's going to be some like detractors out there listening to that right there. That's like, yeah, I do the crystal thing. Right. And it's like, oh, fuck, here we go. The crystals. Right. And there's those people out there that don't believe in that shit. But I'm going to say this, and I hope it like resonates with those folks that are like the detractors from that. But I'm going to even do it. I'm going to ask you a question. Does it work for you? Do you believe in it? Do you think it's beneficial? Then what the fuck does it matter? It works for you, dude. Yeah. Try it. Fucking, if it works for you, it works for you.
Yeah.
Keep doing what works.
Yes. And that's where I think I was at. Anything. You want me to put this rock in my pocket? I'm going to do it. Yeah. You want me to put it out there on the windowsill to charge? I'm doing it. Like, well, give me more, like, because, I'm just trying to survive, Yeah. I'm drowning and then all of a sudden, like, okay, my rock, I got this, I got that,
But it works for you, man. That's the thing.
That's
like,
the thing.
And you didn't know until you tried, because you probably thought it was like, I'm just going to make the assumption that you probably thought it was bullshit until you tried it, right?
I mean, if someone told me this, like, 2 years ago or a year ago, like, this rock's going to help you sleep and this one's going to do this and this crystal's here, and this one is your, you're like, fuck, dang, a goddamn rock.
This motherfucker's high. Yeah.
Like, fuck you on, man, and then today I'm like, oh yeah, I got my rocks. Charge. And I think it's when you need something, you need to believe in something, you need to trust it, you need to be open to it and just go with it.
Trust the process, right?
What the hell, man? Why not? Do my finger things. Yes, it helps now. Yeah. Breathing. Oh my God, I hear so much about this, my breathing.
This fucking breathing shit, yeah.
And I'm always breathing. So I'm doing my thing, and God, I think it is. It's just you just believe in that thing and then you get better. You get better, whatever it is.
It's small chunks, dude.
Small chunks.
It's no different than hiking into a shitty steep fire. It's 1 foot in front of the other, dude.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, we got Walker here. He'll come out here and tell you, like how he did okay. He did all right. And come on, man. Get some rocks. Get the crystals, man. Why not? Start feeling better, man.
Yeah.
Breathe in. It's, yeah.
There's a lot of things out there, like some stuff that I do, like there's a shit ton of stuff out there, right?
Yeah.
I do like the energy stuff. I like the shaman stuff, right? That's my jam, right? I got a local girl here. She's badass. Yeah. I don't know if I want to like sell her out and like publicly disclose about it because I don't know if she's like into that sort of thing. So I'm gonna,
she's making a bunch of calls.
Yeah. Hey, she might get flooded.
You're helping him. Can you help me?
But, yeah, she's fucking wonderful. And she's kind of a lot like your girl, right? She's a EMS. She was a paramedic for a long time. And now she's a clinician. She's also into like the shaman thing, like the energy work, healing, crystals, the fucking rocks and shit, right? And it's cool, man. It's cool because like you don't know until you try it, but I'm into it. It worked for me. It works for me. And also I like other things too. You ever done a sensory deprivation float? And I know I sound like fucking Joe Rogan right now because that's where I learned about this shit.
People been all week been telling me about stuff like this.
It's cool, man. All right. So allegedly back in the day, I might have had an experience with some psilocybin. And you obviously know where this story is going, but the thing is, what's cool about the sensory deprivation float is I get closed-eyed hallucinations, oftentimes like towards the tail end of it. Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you ever done like a therapeutic, or assisted, therapy with the help of some sort of hallucinogen, it's kind of similar to that, but you're in control of the whole thing, right? It's not in a recreational context where you're out like tripping balls in the forest or whatever with your buddies, right? It's for a purpose. And it's that same mentality of the cluttered desk, right? You got these pile of bills here, shit stacking up. You got trash over there. It just gives you a little bit of time, and it's only like an hour and a half or an hour or whatever. But you get that similar like mind thing going to where you traditionally only get with the assistance of hallucinogen therapy, right?
Yeah.
But you can get to that, almost to that point when you're doing the sensory deprivation thing, right? So it's like clearing that fucking cluttered desk, and you get this focus and this like clarity. And it's helpful for me, man. It works.
You do that here in Reno?
Yeah.
I'm sold.
Yeah. Healing One Center. It's down here off of Plum Street, man. They got some good shit. And my girl that does the energy works there. You'll find her. So.
Oh man, I'm in.
Yeah.
Because I mean, these are the things. These are the things we need to make public and make known. I mean,
or just
give
if it's somebody out there that just go try it, man. Just try the shit.
Yeah. If you're going through some shit like I am and feeling you're there, then
what's it gonna hurt?
What's it gonna hurt?
It's gonna cost you a couple bucks if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Oh well, fucking move on to the next tool in the toolbox, right?
Exactly. Just keep reaching out and talking. And I think, like I was talking to so many people this week about what I've been doing and where I'm at, and there were a ton of compliments from all the bros and all my sisters, just like, God, you look good, you're happy, you're sparked up, and like
tuned in,
you're good. Like what are you doing? Oh yeah, I got rocks.
Which sounds so fucking ridiculous.
I breathe. I got my stones and I got my crystals.
Yeah, which sounds so ridiculous, but it's helpful for you, man. And that's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, it's just not that. I just think the rocks is fucking funny as hell.
It is pretty goddamn funny.
Yeah, but I mean, there is a lot more to it. I mean, a lot of like breathing and exercises, and and a lot of it is not being hard on yourself.
Yeah, having some grace for yourself.
Yes, telling yourself you're worth it. Telling yourself you're not a fucking asshole. Telling yourself, because you come down on yourself, and I think that's where it is. The worst is you feel like such a failure. You feel like such a fucking piece of shit, insignificant person. And then that's where you also do is have to build your confidence up, build yourself up. Hell with it. So
it's that whole it's like the whole like mentality of like, if you put trash in, you're going to get trash out, right? It's no different from nutrition. It's no different from your mental health.
Yeah.
If you keep telling yourself you're a piece of shit, guess what? All of a sudden you're a piece of shit and you believe it. You believe it. And you told yourself that. You fucking tricked yourself.
Yep.
And I get the self-deprecation in this culture and like the fire culture and the dark humor and like the turd sandwiches that we constantly eat. But man, the positivity, that's one of those big things, man.
Yeah.
If you keep being positive, like you've always been, dude. And granted, we've had a little bit of separation there because I'm not in the fire game anymore. And you went through some dark fucking shit. Like I knew Happy Walker before all the shit went down.
Yeah.
And now I'm just now learning this conversation right now.
Yeah.
That human connection, dude, that story, that I did not know that shit, like the gravity of that situation for you. Yeah. But now look at you. I kind of feel kind of bad because I feel like I wasn't really there for you during the like shit, during the turd sandwich. And I saw you on the happy part and the recovery part. I didn't see, and I didn't get the opportunity to help you or try and fucking reach out during the shit because I didn't know, man.
And that's all of us, man. We don't know. We can all wear a mask. We can all just be happy-go-lucky all the time. And then you don't. It's like this. The one I was thinking about was Robin Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Is the best thing, the happiest, funniest fucking dude.
He's one of the GOAT comedians, dude.
And then he checks out.
Yeah.
Huge depression, huge shit going on in his life. No window.
Anthony Bourdain too, man.
Yeah.
This motherfucker has the best job in my eyes in the world, man. He travels around the goddamn globe and eats the best food in the world.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. He checked out too.
He checked out too. And that's where I kind of identified with. It's like, oh my God. Like I'm that dude. Like I'm in public, I'm laughing, I'm telling jokes, but then inside it, I'm like I told you, screaming, monsters, demons, all fucking around you, and it builds and builds, and then all of a sudden you're just like, fuck this. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm completely exhausted with everything, the job, this, all the shit, Yeah. I think that's where you're already committed at that point, until you're like, okay, fuck this. I love everybody. I love my friends. Fuck this. I'm coming back. Love my family.
I'm back, baby.
Coming back, And then that's when you start looking for help, and I hope people listen to this and like that are going through this kind of shit and go, hey, don't worry, man. If I can do this, you can do it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for fuck's sake, dude, you fly around on a helicopter, fight fire with a robot arm practically.
Yeah.
Dude.
I do this one-handed.
Yeah. I mean, that's inspiring in itself, dude. I mean, like during the vehicle accident, man, like, like to overcome that adversity, man, and still be in the game and fighting fire and still be in that light, man, that fucking positivity, man, that speaks volumes about your character, dude.
Yeah.
And it speaks volumes about it. Well, it speaks volumes being vulnerable here to tell your story and your struggles and like the shit that you endured. And I hope everybody can learn from it, dude. I do.
Yeah. You can heal.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow will be better. Wake up and see what tomorrow brings. And I used to always like, I don't know if that's my shit or someone else's shit, but like I always would like when I first had this accident and I kept teetering to the depression side, the sad side and poor me kind of side. And I would just like, no, I got this today. Let me see what tomorrow has.
Yeah.
Like, one more day. Let's go one more day.
One foot in front of the other.
Yeah. Let's go, let's go 2 more chains. Like, let's go. And so, yeah, I mean, and I think that just keeps you there. But then it's like, okay, now you hell with that, man. We got to pull back. We got to fucking regroup. We just can't be doing, chink and line,
Yeah.
I got to
eventually you're going to run out of water. You're going to run out of MREs. You're going to run out of fucking, you're going to run out of energy. Fucking, you get fatigued, man. It's the same thing with your mind, man.
I did. Just exhausted, just totally just ass kicked, exhausted mentally, physically, emotionally, just fucking wanting to give it all up, and then it's like, okay, now we're good. I found some tools. I'm going to be better.
You got some tools too, man. All right, dude. All right. So the people that are watching the video here, like you got to show this thing off because this thing is fucking cool. And I find it wildly rad that you're still fighting fire because like the indomitable spirit, the human spirit, the willpower, all that stuff is like, you overcame that shit, dude. Like most people, they'd be like, I'm fucking out. I'm out of the game. I'm not fighting fire. You found a way, dude.
Oh yeah. I mean, I know I need help.
Or you're just a glutton for punishment.
I should have been committed a long time ago, man.
Shit, I don't think so, dude. I don't think so at all.
Like, what the hell are you thinking, man?
I think it's cool though, but it's like those people you see, like, you got like Olympians, like Paralympians that lost their legs and they're like setting fucking world records running and shit,
Yeah, you see it and you're like, well, hell yeah, man. But what do you and for people that don't know, Eric Tilden, his wife Brittany, she builds all my cool gadgets. Like, Eric Tilden, he is the super Elko Helitack.
He's a good dude.
Yeah,
had good chat with him yesterday.
Yeah, and his wife builds all the crazy things I want. I mean, like, whoa. I'm like I said, man, I'm one of the luckiest people around to do this job, experience this job, and have these kind of friends and this kind of fire family and real family. My real family is awesome as well. Like, come on, you lose your hand, but you get to keep fighting fire. The whole state of Nevada's got your back.
Oh yeah.
Whole fire community's got your back. You want to do it, you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
You want an office job, we can do that. But if you want to fight fire, you're gonna keep fighting fire, kind of thing. And hell yeah, and all right, we're gonna build you some hands to do this job,
That's fucking cool though, because that just shows you like the support of the fire family. I mean, I know that like I've got like a very deep relationship with a lot of folks in the Bureau of Land Management here, of course. So my skew is my vision and my my point of view is very skewed and biased to like loving these folks, right? But sometimes it doesn't happen around, man. But if you can just like be that inspiration and like kind of lead from either the top, the middle, or the bottom, like wherever, man, you can make that if you don't have it at your district or your forest or your fucking station or whatever, man.
Yeah.
You got to put in the effort.
You got to put in the effort. Yeah, you do. But no, I'm truly lucky, man. You know, especially my family, you know, like my son Gunner, you know, I got to shoot a shout out to him because he's fighting fire.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's crazy. But yeah. So, you know, and so it's a really good connection with him, you know, with this too, you know. But I don't know. Crazy wild life, man.
Isn't it crazy? The places that we go and the shit that we see, man. It's good, man. Well, Walker, man, I appreciate you being on the show, dude.
Thank you.
This has been a wonderful experience and fucking good to see you again, dude. Fucking awesome, man. So, but with that, I always give the opportunity to give some shout outs to some homies, heroes, mentors. I know you got Gunner in there, but
yeah, I had to throw Gunner in there.
Yeah. Who else you got for us, man?
Oh man, you know my list. It's huge.
We're gonna be rolling for another 3 hours, folks.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, all my homies, you know, I love you.
Fucking name. Well, Walker, thank you so much for being on the show, dude. And best of luck to you, dude. Keep doing what you're doing and keep inspiring everybody.
I will try.
All right, brother. See ya. And boom, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Another episode of the Anchor Point Podcast is in the books with my good friend, Jay Walker. Dude, thank you so much for being on the show. That was one hell of a story, man. And yeah, keep doing you, dude. Like, seriously, you are like one of my favorite people in fire, and I don't know a single person that like really like dislikes you by any means, because whenever you walk into a room, man, you are one of like the funniest motherfuckers in the room, and you are a tough son of a bitch. You even lost your arm and you're still crushing it out there, dude. Oh God, that inspires me, man. Fucking love you, man. That is awesome. Walker, dude, thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you for sharing your story. And I hope that even if it helps one person out there, then mission accomplished. Thank you so much. As for the rest of you, I hope everybody got some good bits out of this episode. And yeah, feel free to reach out to him, man. You can find him on the old Gram and the old Facebook. I'll definitely put some links in the show notes. And yeah, chat the dude up. He's all about sharing the word and sharing his story and hopefully inspiring the next generation of wildland firefighters to do what they need to do, no matter how strange it sounds or how dumb it sounds or how woo-woo it sounds. Just try it. That's all you got to do. If it works for you, then great. If it doesn't, well, move on to the next tool that you can put on your toolbox. So once again, Walker, thank you so much. Hope everybody enjoyed the episode, and I hope everybody's staying safe and geared up for this season. And yeah, I hope those crews that went up to Canada, that first little cycle rolling up there, I hope you guys are doing well. And if you, like I said, if you want to be on the show and tell your story about fighting fire in Canada, well, feel free to hit me up. So, special shout out to our sponsors. We got Mystery Ranch, purveyors of the finest damn packs in the fire game. Go over to www.mysteryranch.com and check out the Backbone series. TikTok, May 31st is going to be the end date for that Mystery Ranch Backbone series scholarship opportunity. So go over there and check it out. We've got Hotshot Brewery, kick-ass coffee for kick-ass cause. Go over to www.hotshotbrewing.com and check it out. We've got my man Booze over at the Ass Movement. He is doing the finest damn work in spreading poo-bearing propaganda. So if you have a problem pooper on your crew, go over to www.thefirewild.com and check out the Ass Movement. And last but not least, we got my girl over there at the Smoky Generation, aka the Wildfire Experience, American Wildfire Experience, Bethany Hanna. You have a kick-ass organization over there. Keep it up. As for the rest of you, y'all know the drill. Stay safe, stay savage. Peace.